It's Amy Rich with amyrich.net. New online exclusives. I am so excited to share this project with you. I made it for a recent swap and immediately fell in love, and I think you probably will too. So why don't you come and watch and see what this great little fun fold does to these stamps. I mean, so cute. Hello friends, it is the March 2026 release of the new online exclusives, and let me tell you, is it fabulous. We've got 14 pages full of amazing products here in our online exclusives brochure, and I am going to feature just one simple moon and back stamp set that is sold by itself. No dies, no bundle, no nothing. And you can find it on the back of the online exclusives product list, moon and back right here. And when I saw it, I decided, you know what? I think it might be time to reach out of my comfort zone of florals and leaves for just a little while. The first card I made with it, I fell in love. So here it is. And we're going to pair this. It pairs perfectly with the Northern Lights Designer Series paper. And there are 6 different patterns, 5 of which I have here. I have used the 6th one, all gone. But there are 6 sheets. I believe it's 8 of each. And so there are 48 sheets in the pack, and just check out the back and how versatile the back can be as well. It is so much fun to play with, and it pairs, like I said, perfectly with that moon and back stamp set. So let's do this. All right, another little background piece for you. I just had a something out of the ordinary class that featured this gorgeous, lovely, and beautiful Designer Series paper. And in the class, we made this really cool pop-up card. I'll show you at a couple different angles here to show you how it goes. Okay, you see? It's fabulous, right? Well, I kind of wanted to do a similar thing with the moon and back because of the circles in the stamp set, specifically the moon one. That's what I really wanted. So I have here the product, and what happened was when I saw how small this circle is compared to this large one here, I decided it would totally get lost on the card. And so instead, I decided to make a mini pop-up with a piece of 3 by 8.5 cardstock that you would fold in half and just create this mini card that will sit on top of a larger card. Do you love it? Because I sure do. All right, let's grab a scrap of basic white, because we are going to first stamp our moon. And I not too long ago inked up my Night of Navy ink pad. So I think it's all ready to roll. We're going to find out. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Okay, and we're going to kind of turn it like this when we use it on our card. And so now we're going to grab some words. And these are "You're Out of This World." That comes from the stamp set. And guess what? Of course, it fits right in there. Gotta love that. And then, did you know that this stamp set coordinates with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch? So I'm going to punch that right out of here with the 2 3/8 inch. And then let's bring in our little mini card. So the mini card, as I said, is 3 by 8, and it is folded in half at 4 1/4 inches. And then we're going to take a piece of that gorgeous designer series paper. I call it the Northern Lights. I can't remember what it's called. I was going to look it up before I filmed video here and just totally neglected to do that. So here we go. It is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And it'll fit right on there like that. Isn't that so pretty? And then bringing back in our 2 3/8 inch circle punch now, we are going to line it up about a 1/2 inch maybe. No, a little more. 3/4 inch from that top edge. So that when I punch the circle here, it's going to be about 1/2 to 3/4 inch at the top there. And I want to make sure I try to center it from left to right as best I can by eyeballing. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. Then I've created the mechanism, and the mechanism is 2 by 3. And we've scored it at every 3/4 inch. So at 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and then we've got this great mechanism here that we're going to use. Okay, so the mechanism now goes inside like this. All right, so grabbing my adhesive, I'm going to just put adhesive on the first section when I fold it in half. And then this is going to go not over that score line, but close to it. And for my purposes here, I maybe punched a little bit low with my circle here. What we want is for this first section to hang into the circle a little bit, okay, just like that. And then we're going to add adhesive here to this section, and that is where our circle is going to be reattached. So we're going to put this circle in like this, and we want to make sure it is dry before we get that mechanism moving too much. Okay, then make sure, push the circle through. Oops, I forgot. Oh boy. I forgot we have to add adhesive in here as well. Oops. It's not too late though. We're good to go. All right, so we added adhesive inside in this little section here. That'll create the pop-up. I was a little slow on the uptake there. All right, so then when we pull up, you can see our circle popping up. Isn't that cute? Love it so much. Yay! Okay, then to finish the outside, I had to make a little astronaut. Is he not the cutest thing ever? So grabbing my Stampin' Dimensionals, I'm just going to take a little edge piece here. And you can totally cut it. I like to just tear it usually because it's faster. I'm all about move it along now. Okay. And then he is going to go right over here on the side, just like this. And then if you want to, you can add just a teeny bit of glue at the tip of his little string there, or not his string, but you know, his tether that tethers him to the ship. And just add that to the back so that it doesn't flop around on you at all. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, my mini card. Ah! Okay, we're not quite done though. We need to do just a teeny bit of stamping on the inside just because we can. So I have 3 little stamps here. I have Saturn, I have some stars, and I have happy birthday. So I'm going to attempt to do each one of these, starting with happy birthday. And we're going to plop that down. I should have done this before. Hello. We'll do it on the inside. So we've got our little happy birthday. And then our stars are next. And we're just going to put them up here where they can be seen when the card is open. So we'll do some on each side. And then finally, we just need a Saturn, just because it's so cute. So we're going to grab Highland Heather because it is one of the colors in the designer series paper here. So we're going to do our Saturn, and we'll just so stinking cute. All right, let's finish up this card. Just a couple of steps remain. We're going to start with adding our designer series paper. This time I'm going to just add, look at the back side, so pretty. But I'm just going to add that Highland Heather background. That kind of brings all the coloring together. And then we are also going to add this now to the front. So just like this, adding it to the middle. And it wouldn't be an out of this world card without some stars, right? So we're going to add shiny stars for this one in the form of some little rhinestones. So let's grab our rhinestones and add those to our card as well. And then you've got yourself just this most adorable little pop-up card that mimics the full-size card in miniature. And what little Martian is not gonna want this for their birthday? Oh, I love it so much. Thank you for joining me. Don't neglect all of the amazing products in that new online exclusives release, because there are some out there that make really sweet cards and other projects. So thanks for joining me. I will see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss a single video.